Alright, let's pick it up here. We just beat Avarice, so now we freed Mao, which leaves one left. Selfless? You're the one who pilfered money from Capone and spent it on your own acting career, only to realize that you don't have enough money for it. I'm still keeping Mao off of my skill for now, so I'm re-equipping the Demon Ward because I unequipped it because I thought the Seven-Eyed Mask would do something different. Ultimately, it didn't. I'm just gonna leave Hilda be for now. I thought I should equip the chart to Mao before I forget I'm gonna equip Gemini. Alright, we're good. Let's see. Now the next boss, Sloth, is vulnerable to Slow, so I'm gonna... No, bad idea. I use her less often for physical attacks, so instead I'm gonna put Slow 2 on Johnny. So let's move on. This is gonna be the longest maze in this dungeon. And in fact, it was so long, and due to a battle kind of screwing me up, I ultimately forgot where I was supposed to go. So, bear with me. This is why I suggest, don't follow me exactly in this last one. Use game facts if you really want the path through the last dungeon. The path always changes. For instance, let's say you go through this first, it's going to be exactly the same path that you took at the first one. So, no matter where you go, which one you go through first, the pattern still stays the same, even though none change. So, this took a lot of time. And ultimately I realized I made a dreadful mistake, and that was a bit too late. So I got stalled for a while. I think this is probably where I screwed up. Yeah, definitely. Because I realized that was not it. Okay, these enemies are really strong. So what I'm doing is doing this cheap way and using Ether Purge. This is gonna wipe out most of their HP, but for one of them, the big cow thing, that has about 1,000 HP. So that will take a little longer. So this will take some time. But it will wipe out the weaker one. Yeah. Let's see if I make this one. Oh, I do. It's just that Ricardo's ring is a bit messed up, so it's hard for me to directly do it. Oh, great. This is a load of crap. Now, theoretically, if I do this right, which I didn't, I could do it. So now what it's going to do is a Gale. But that's not going to save it in the long run because it's just not done for. Eventually. Let's just finish this one off. Missing. Well, you can't really dodge that. Okay. Since I used Ether Purge, I wasted a lot of magic, so I need to replenish that. Eventually. I'll do that as soon as I get to the... Yeah. The reason I was going in different areas is because I was sure I was right the first time. Until I decided to trek backwards and I realized where I strayed. And that is because the way my... I copied... I pretty much wrote down the map or the path I should take. So there was actually a lot of lines and a lot of directions. So skip a few and you end up like this. Completely and utterly lost. This is another reason why I suggest don't go through Purgatory if you don't want to do it. So, I was just checking again. And let's keep going. I think I'm on the right track now. I should be. I remember some people complained about Covenant having too many maze-like dungeons. Yeah. I think this is probably a reason why you would hate this, hate Purgatory. Because the one thing I like about Covenant's puzzles is that they're very hard to memorize. Whereas in this, it's just incredibly easy. You don't need to really think. Alright. Let's go for this. The Seven-Eyed Mask didn't exactly help me in the long run, so I didn't equip it. Okay, now we're fighting Decadence, which is the strongest enemy we have to fight here of the 6. And it has 6,000 HP. This is the last time in this fight where you're gonna go cold turkey, where you can use stack ups and support magic. Because in the next fight, you can't use that. And they even do this a very interesting way, and that is just to warn you the final boss fight won't use support buffs, support magic period, making things a lot harder. I don't know if I'm gonna do the whole key spam. I'll try. But it depends on how many keys I have after this one, because this boss is extremely tough. Earth Edge. Use that for Frank. So it's gonna do a lot more damage. Plus it'll inflict slow on the side. No good. But they still tried anyways. I might as well, if Johnny has slow too, I might as well use Earth Edge for him. I realized I didn't have Earth Edge equipped to him, so I decided if I'm actually gonna have to do this, I'm gonna have to do this with Frank alone. I'm just gonna restore people's magic with Twilight's End. I was actually planning to restore health as well because yeah, this will actually do a lot more damage, especially since it's the strongest of the elemental enemies. See? Frank has almost been destroyed. So what I'm gonna do is Shining Zephyr and see if I can go back and heal him. Because of me getting lost, this video is actually going to be a bit cut short, but this also means that the next video is going to be much shorter. Because I have to set up for the final boss in Purgatory, and it's not easy, and it's not something I want to jump straight into. So I'm going to do this a different way. Okay. Let's keep attacking it. So long as it has no stock, I'm not really worried. Primarily because, it can, if it launches me into the air, it'll use Gale Crest. So it would pretty much do that with, pre-ignition.